Well, we're on to what we're looking at today on this morning call desk, and we are in the United States, where at the beginning it was a little bit difficult to know President Trump's action on the issue of immigration. He was contradictory at first. Shortly after the election, he said he planned to immediately deport 2 to 3 million undocumented immigrants. But on the day of his inauguration, he reportedly said he did not want to hurt anyone. Now, on Wednesday, 86 men and 4 women were deported to Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. That same Wednesday, Trump started on the premises that defined most of his campaign trail of building a border and speeding the deportation of undocumented immigrants in the country. According to Somalia's ambassador to the United States, most of those who were deported were people whose asylum cases were denied through legal immigration processes, and others broke the United States law and had received final orders for removal from courts in the United States.
According to the Los Angeles Times, the new American president has warned the countries that refuse to take back people deported from the United States. The Trump administration has warned the governments of about 23 countries to accept the return of their citizens. Among these countries are Algeria, Libya, Somalia, and Zimbabwe. A warning that foresees new deportations. To try to understand this situation, especially the reactions, we are joined by Irene Herman-Humbo, our correspondent in New York City. Hello, Herman. It's now a week since Trump took office, and he has not delayed on acting on the immigration measures, which has provoked anger on many. He also announced a decree which will affect a few Muslim countries on the continent. Is there more to this? Yes, Hanan. Libya, Somalia, and Sudan are now the 3 African countries that Donald Trump has in his sights. They are Muslim countries, and remember, he had promised during the campaign period that he was going to harden, once elected, the entry procedures in the United States for Muslims. This targets, among other things, to reinforce the procedures for obtaining visas and the strategies for the identification of visa applicants. According to him, it's a way to protect America against terrorism. But defending his statements on Wednesday on the ABC television, he said that he was not necessarily targeting Muslims, but rather countries which have a lot of terrorists. For him, we must act in an angry world that has become, and I quote, a complete shambles. So it's his way to protect America against terrorism. Regarding refugees, for example, the Obama administration had planned to accommodate 100,000 refugees this year, but only 50,000 could be taken account of, or even half. Ahman, the nationals that have been targeted from Libya, Somalia, Sudan, are they many in the United States? First, Sudan has many nationals, according to official figures from 2013. There are about 49,000 Sudanese distributed in the whole of America. In New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, San Diego, Detroit, just to mention a few states. Somalia is next on the list with about 31,000 nationals, mostly in the state of Minnesota. But they are also found in great numbers in Washington, Georgia, Atlanta, and in Ohio. Would you say that the decisions taken by President Trump are of great concern to Africans living in the United States? When Donald Trump talked about immigration reforms, all foreigners had been targeted by the 45th President of the United States, especially Africans. Today, he has defended this measure as one that will fight against terrorism and radical Islamism. But tomorrow, he might address the need to clear out illegal immigrants without papers. And obviously, many may find themselves in a difficult situation with the administration of Donald Trump. So naturally, this is a concern. Concerning the wall between Mexico and the USA, the Mexican president took Donald Trump at his word and decided to cancel his trip to the neighboring country. What has been the reaction of the White House and of the political class in America?
C'est une idée absurde qui risque de geler les relations.
It's an absurd idea that might freeze the relations between the two countries, having been mentioned repeatedly by several actors of the American political class, including in the Democratic camp. Besides, Wednesday, after signing of the decree to allow the construction of the wall, the Mexican president strongly condemned the idea and pledged to defend the nationals of his country in the United States. However, he did not indicate whether he planned to cancel his meeting with Donald Trump, scheduled for January 31st, stating that he was expecting a high-level delegation in Washington before making a decision. But what is clear, he said he will not pay for the construction of the wall.
Irene, c'était Irene Humbo, États-Unis, and he was giving us a look at what we could see in the coming days with President Trump in office.